I don't care if you stop drinking with AA, with willpower, with therapy, with medication, with rehab, with reframing how you view alcohol. If you do not do what I'm going to tell you to do in this video, it is going to be a disaster. And I don't want to be negative, I want to be realistic. I'm not trying to dissuade you from stopping drinking alcohol. I want to give you an actual game plan so you can make this change permanent. See, after stopping and starting drinking for almost 10 years, failing more times than I can count, there was one crucial mistake that I made that kept me stuck. But after I fixed it, I've now not drank for 7 years. I've helped hundreds of clients in my coaching business in SoberClear go through this very same change. And I'm telling you, once they got to the other end of what I'm going to show you how to do in this video, it was the light bulb moment that they needed. I'm not saying you need to join my coaching program. This is relevant to anybody who is trying to stop drinking alcohol. Whether you drink one beer a week or whether you drink one bottle of vodka a day, it is going to apply. Now, if we haven't met yet, my name is Leon Sylvester. What I teach people to do is scientifically validated. My company recently commissioned an academic psychologist to create a report on what I actually do, and the report shows a 96% client rated success rate. Now, if you want to find the report, you can actually just go to Google Scholar and search SoberClear System. We're the only coaching program in the world that actually has a scientific report that is on Google Scholar. So if you just go and search SoberClear System, you can learn a bit more about the work that we do. But like I said, it doesn't matter if you use my approach or not, this video is going to be critical. So before we stop drinking, before we even make this lifestyle change and remove this drug from our life, we're usually in a place of pain. If we're not in a place of pain, are we even going to bother changing? Of course not. Right? How many 18-year-olds do you hear saying, I'm never going to drink again? It very rarely happens. They're loving life. Or sorry, 21 over in the States. It's 18 where I'm from, back in England. But when we get older, the drinking usually increases and we get to a place where we really look at alcohol and think, is this actually serving me? And if you're watching this video now, then alcohol is probably causing some sort of pain in your life, right? Not feeling great. Maybe you've put on some weight. Maybe it's causing some relationship problems. Maybe you've had a health scare. I've had health scares. I've had all sorts of things happen to me because of alcohol. And when I wanted to change, I was in a place where alcohol was causing pain. So I was down here, and this pain has got me sober so many times, but it never kept me sober. And it's because I didn't do what I'm about to show you what to do. But we get to a place where alcohol causes pain, and that can motivate us to change. That's when people go to an AA meeting, right? Nobody's walking into an AA meeting like, hey guys, I'm so happy to be here. Nobody's sitting with their doctor saying, I'm scared about my liver because I'm drinking so much. They're not there because they're in a good mood and they're in a good place. No, alcohol has caused some pain and it's got us going. But this is the mistake. What people do is they use the pain and then they think that that is enough. And that's when we do things like use willpower, right? We just fight these urges that come up in our life. We just fight through them. We're strong people. We don't drink and that's it. But I promise you, whatever method you choose, one day, even people that I've worked with in my coaching program, they will get to this day. Everybody gets to this point, but you will reach a point where the pain has gone. You will feel a new baseline, a new normal. Alcohol is no longer in the picture and you'll just feel how you were supposed to feel. Probably you feel kind of like you did before you even started drinking. I've heard people say that. I've heard people in their 60s tell me they feel like 20-year-olds again. And this is the point that you need to watch out for. You need to watch out for this point like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Alcohol is one of the biggest killers in the world. It kills almost 100,000 Americans every single year. But I promise you one thing, the pain will eventually subside. The most important thing that you can do when you stop drinking alcohol is you need something to go towards. It doesn't matter what method you choose. Listen, if you're going to AA meeting and it's working, whatever, I'm not here to judge. But if your life goal is just to not drink, what are you going to do once you've achieved that goal? Once the pain is gone? And I say achieve that goal because there is no goal when you stop drinking. This is another big mistake people do, is they count the days. They think that the longer they drink, the more that they're not a drinker. If they don't drink for a year, then they're more of a non-drinker than they were on day 30. What I teach people to do, what I help people do, is make one decision to stop drinking and move on with their damn life. But anyway, the point in this video is, regardless of what you do, is you need something to go towards. And the best way that you can do this is you need a new vision for your life. Now, my mum stopped drinking with AA. She hasn't drank for over 20 years, but I know that she had this when she stopped drinking alcohol. I know for a fact she had a vision for her life. She knew who she wanted to become. And whilst AA wasn't for me, I tried it, didn't work, not calling myself an alcoholic. Listen, I'm not going to criticize it because that's not what this video is for. What I'm trying to tell you is that she had something to go towards, because the pain eventually goes away, and we can't forget this. So what I would encourage you to do is, if you are thinking of stopping drinking or you've already got some momentum, have a vision. Write it down. Think about what you want your life to look like in 5 years from now. How much money are you making? What does your relationship look like? What are you seeing reflected back in the mirror? Are you seeing the person that you want to be? How are you showing up in your marriage, for your children? And what we want to do is we want to put all of our energy going towards this version of ourselves. This is something I did when I just stopped drinking alcohol. I had a vision board, right? I had pictures of the person I wanted to become. And then I started seeing that alcohol does not fit into this vision at all. And then something switched. My identity changed. I stopped seeing myself as somebody that was always struggling to not drink and somebody that had to fight these urges for the rest of my life. There was this switch, and I'd reframed how I view alcohol, but then I started something different. I started seeing myself as somebody that just naturally doesn't drink because it didn't fit into who I wanted to become. The version of me that could effortlessly achieve my dream did not drink alcohol. And I want you to ask yourself this question as well. If you've got a dream for your life, right? If you want a better life for yourself, for your family, think of who you need to become to achieve that dream. And I really want you to take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror as a drinker and ask yourself, if I drink alcohol, will I achieve this dream? Listen, maybe for some of you, you don't feel like I did, because I know that if I drink alcohol, I will never achieve what I want. But I had to come to that conclusion myself. I can't come to that conclusion for you. And this is gnarly work, right? Getting to this place in your head is painful because you're really admitting that, okay, well, who I am right now, they're not good enough. And I need to evolve. I need to step into this new version of myself. And I promise you one thing, if you do this, when the pain of alcohol has gone, when you start to feel normal and you start to feel positive and you start to feel good, this idea of having just one drink, going back to being a normal drinker, that pattern that I've been through more times than I can count, it goes away because there's a new version of you that just logically doesn't drink. Now, if you want help getting into this state of mind where not drinking is a choice rather than a fight, then guess what? Me and you can do this together. You don't need to do this on your own. It's an option, but it's just going to be a lot harder. But if you want to see if it's a good fit, all you need to do is click the link down below, answer the questions, find a time to speak, we'll have a conversation and see if my approach could be a good match for you. There's no hard selling, nothing weird, but listen, regardless of whether you click the link or not, you need that thing to go towards.